Hello and welcome to another episode of MMOFTW here on MMORPG.com. I'm your host, Bill Murphy, and this is the week that was in MMO news. Starting right off the bat with some surprising and honestly exciting news is from Trion Worlds. Defiance is getting a sequel of sorts. You see, Defiance originally came out, 2013 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it was tied to the TV show on the Sci-Fi Network. The TV show only lasted 2 years. The game sort of underwhelmed, but it was kept alive by a passionate and hardcore user base on the consoles. Now we're getting Defiance 2050, launching later this summer for PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the PC. It is a reimagining of the original game, brand new story, upgraded visuals, completely overhauled player progression systems, combat systems, and endgame modes, and all this other stuff. Really, we don't know too much specifically about the exact details of the story and how it works. It takes place 4 years after the original game and after the show. But it looks fantastic, at least in visuals, in the trailer here. Whether or not the gunplay is going to be upgraded to the point where it feels like a real shooter and not sort of like a, like an MMO-ified shooter, we'll have to wait and see. If it can feel a little bit more like Warframe or Destiny 2 in terms of the impactfulness of the gunplay, I'll be there. I'll be there for it. It'll be free to play from the ground up, and we'll know more about it in the coming weeks because apparently the beta is beginning soon. Now, if those of you who are playing on the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3 or the original PC version of Defiance, anything that you've accomplished, the feats that you've done, the sort of, I guess, I don't know what they call them, the achievements, I guess, you've acquired, will transfer over into Defiance 2050 and give you Valor points, which is like a currency that you can spend on stuff in the new game. So they're not going to forget the things that you did in Defiance regular. You'll now be able to bring some of that stuff over to Defiance 2050 and get a jump on progress in the new game. Hopefully, we'll have some hands-on for you in the coming weeks as the beta begins, and we'll be able to tell you all about it. Now, in some quasi-MMO news, it seems that Blizzard is teasing Diablo 3 for the Nintendo Switch. In a very simple tweet, they had the Dark Lord's little head plugged into a nightlight, which I think you can buy this nightlight at BlizzCon and stuff like that. In any case, it was just a tweet, small little tweet. It said, be prepared or something like that, and just switched off the nightlight. All that really means with the Switch and the flick of the Switch is that the only thing that people can think about is that it's coming to the Switch. So will Diablo 3, with hopefully the Necromancer included, be coming to the Switch very soon? Blizzard obviously declined to comment, but they will be at E3 and maybe even at PAX East, so hopefully we'll hear more about it soon. I don't know about you, but even though I've bought Diablo 3 what feels like 1,000,000 times already, I will buy it again on the Switch just to have that thing with me wherever I go, because that sounds fantastic. Next up is some news for Final Fantasy XIV fans. Yoshi P, or Naoki Yoshida, has been named to the Square Enix Board of Directors. That is really great news for those of you who are fans of Final Fantasy, the MMO, because this is the guy that took what was essentially a failed project in Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, completely turned it around, and made it quite possibly the second most played MMORPG in the world, right up there with Elder Scrolls Online. They have millions of players. You know, they're the only company or the only game to really challenge World of Warcraft when it comes to subscription-based MMOs. So very, very much deserved for Yoshi P. Congratulations, sir, if you're watching this, which I doubt, because why would you? But in any case, congratulations on the promotion, and now bring us more awesome Final Fantasies, please. Would be great to see yet another Final Fantasy MMO one day. I'll definitely be waiting for it. Just, don't forget about 14 in the process. And congratulations are in order for Black Desert Online as well, which just hit its second year anniversary out here in the West, North America, and Europe. Cacao Games launched Black Desert about 2 years ago, and since its launch, Black Desert Online has managed to attract over 3 million players and become, very successful in both North America and Europe, earning some of the most prestigious Steam awards for amount of concurrent players and amount of sales and things like that. In games, players can look forward to the recently announced absolute skills for all classes, a new improved UI, and a 3D minimap, and there will be a token of appreciation in the form of an appreciation gift, for which players can obtain highly sought boss gear and weapons, all as a celebration of the 2nd anniversary. So if you haven't logged into Black Desert Online in a while, it might be time to do so to get some free stuff and see what's changed. And last but not least, ending on a negative note, the Cabal 2 website announced this week that EST Games will be closing down Cabal 2 in the months ahead. No specific date was announced, but this is a statement that they said. Unfortunately, Cabal 2 did not resonate with as many players as we had hoped, and its continued operation is no longer sustainable. Players will no longer be able to refill their online currency, though the item shop is available for the time being, so if you still have some coins to spend in Cabal 2, go ahead and spend them now. The team has promised to reveal more about the next steps in the coming days, and as well as when exactly it's going to shut down. To be perfectly honest, I didn't even realize that Cabal 2 was still around, so no wonder they didn't attract a lot of players, because they didn't seem to advertise it beyond the initial open beta launch. So that's what happens. And maybe there could have been a host of reasons. Maybe it just really wasn't very good, so they're shutting it down. That would be enough reason to do it, right? There are so many MMORPGs out there. You really have to stand out and bring something special to the table if you're going to be a long-term success. And to me, to my knowledge, from what I played of Cabal 2 several months ago now, probably maybe even years, it just wasn't anything special. I feel the same way about games like Icarus, Riders of Icarus. It's a good enough game, but it doesn't do anything different that I couldn't get in a game I'm already more invested in. So if you're gonna bring something to the table as an MMORPG, you better bring something unique. That's all I can say. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep closing these things down. That's it for this week, folks. I hope you have had a fantastic week. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all those things. Make sure you like and comment down below, because I love reading what you guys have to say about these weekly news updates. And remember, don't let a bad pug get you down.